I've got 5 bikes in total. The one I bought most recently was the Surly ECR. That's in transit, so it's not here with me today. Before that, the most recent was the Surly long haul trucker. For those of you that watched any of my videos, you'll be familiar with this one. I bought that a year ago. And then before that was the Colnago 1984 Profil CX. I bought this one 2 years ago. Then before that was the Trek Emonda SL6, and that was bought 6 years ago. And finally the Little Trek FX 7.3, and that's the one I'm going to be talking about today. I bought this one 7 years ago. I've got the bike outside now just so you can get a better look at it. Starting with cost, you'd expect to pay around $500 US for this, which is pretty good really for what you get. Now we're going to weigh it. It says it weighs 11.75 kilograms. That is for a medium size, which is 17.5 inch frame. This is a 20 inch. £12.5 kilograms. When you take into account the extra weight for the mudguards, yeah, that's about right. This is an aluminium frame. You can see by the welds here, they're not very well done, quite honestly, but it's kind of what you'd expect. This kind of price. At the back, they're quite ugly. Clearly an aluminium frame. You do see them a lot better these days, but the bike's 7 years old, and this is about what you'd expect for the kind of price. In terms of the actual strength and quality, I've no complaints at all. I weighed 100 kilograms when I got this bike. I've done 25 to 30,000 kilometers on it, and it's stood up the test of time. It's had a lot of beating. Very, very solid frame. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. Like a lot of components on the bike, the wheels are Bontrager. These are actually Bontrager Nebula. They're 700cc. I've got 35mm Schwabe Marathons on. They came with 32mm, but I think the 35mm do give you a more comfortable ride. Shimano hubs, you've got 36 spokes at the back, 32 at the front. I've never trued these wheels, and that's pretty good because I am a heavy rider. So to say I've had it 7 years and put all those miles on, and the wheels have stayed absolutely rock solid, and I've not only done city riding, it's had a pretty mixed life. So yeah, as far as the wheels are concerned, yeah, that's pretty impressive. The bike comes with a Shimano Sierra drivetrain, and that's for all the components, front, rear, back. That might have changed now. I think they have upgraded to include rear derailleur, which is Shimano Alivio. That's not the original one that came on with the bike, and I'm sure I had an Sierra, and there have been some changes. The gear ratios are 26, 36, 46 at the front, and 11 to 32 at the back. I don't think that's good enough at the back. Should go up to 36, I think, but that's an easy change. Just put a larger cassette on, and you probably have to adjust the B screw, but you'd be fine. I upgraded on the front cranks to a Diore because this just wore out, the older Sarah. The Diore is quite a bit more expensive, but it's definitely worth it. I also upgraded to put on the Holotech external bottom bracket as well to accommodate that. It does run a lot smoother than the one that comes with it, and if you do upgrade your cranks, I definitely recommend you go Diore, go for a Holotech external bottom bracket. You'll find things quite a bit smoother. The one you get on it's okay, but when it wears out, beg your pardon, I think it's worth upgrading. One of the great things about this bike is you can upgrade quite easily all the components on it, and it's worth doing because the frame, yeah, it is so strong. Okay, let's talk about the pedals. These are not the original pedals, these are Stamp 3s. I've had issues with these. I'm going to talk about that in another video, but once they're on and fitted, they're great. I love the large platform size. I've got big feet and they're absolutely superb. The pedals that come with this bike are awful, they really are. They didn't last long, they broke, and I've since had another 2 sets of pedals actually, and they all broke, so hopefully these Stamp pedals should see the test of time and last quite well. The brakes, along with the wheels, are one thing that I haven't actually had to do anything with or change. Apologies for the frayed cable, that's absolutely terrible. I'll have to get that fixed. But yeah, the brakes have been good. They stop the bike really well, and I'm very impressed with them. Good brakes, no problems at all. At the front, you can see they use the drifters, so they've got the basic Shimano change here and down here, up here, and the brakes. They work really well. I nearly changed them at one point. You can see all lettering's gone off them here, but they just work, so what's the point? Just workhorse brakes, work great, no issues. The cockpit's been left virtually unaltered. However, one thing I did change was the handlebar grips. This is what they come with. They're ergonomically designed. The pad here is supposed to take the pressure off the ulnar nerve, stop you getting handlebar palsy and carpal tunnel syndrome, but I just don't like the way it grips. I think if you're cycling in the city, I think it's fine, but if you're not in the city, there's just something about being able to hold and twist, and if you're out of the seat and really putting a lot of pressure onto the bars, then I don't know, this just feels more assured on the rough stuff. The other one's good for the city, but if you intend to do anything outside, change to a cheap pair of these, definitely the way to go. The saddle, another Bontrager component, it's seen better days. Maybe I should change it, I don't know, but this seems okay, I think, for distances of 50 kilometers or so, but once you get up to 80, 90, which I have done, yeah, it does get a bit uncomfortable. It's okay. The same goes for the stem. It's not the best, it does the job. Another Bontrager component, but it's okay. I don't really like the 1-bolt system. I had 1 bolt snap on me after 20,000 kilometers. That could have caused a real issue. FX have quite a number of bikes in the range. They've got FX1s, 2s, 3s. You can go for V-brake or disc brake options. There's 2 things that I really like about this little bike. The first thing is the versatility. It's perfectly at home in town, cities, or alternatively on light trails. And when it is in these kind of environments, it handles really well. It's very responsive. And second thing I like about this bike is its strength. The wheels, the frame, they're rock solid. Overall, I think this is a cracking little bike. If you can get an FX3 for around $500, I wouldn't hesitate to buy one. On screen now there's a link to a playlist with some more reviews and also some videos of me touring around Thailand. Thanks for watching, enjoy your bikes, enjoy your rides, and I'll see you in the next video.